Mr. Brandt, good morning. As you see, we are making some breakfast here. We have nothing better to do at the morning. It is going on 9 o'clock, 8:40 a.m. here in Oregon. Yes, Miss Life Adventures and Keto. That is not ketogenic. Regular old Bisquick. And of course, like the title says, I'm going to have a nice romance with my favorite lady. There we go. We're going to make, turn that down a little bit. That's not too hot. But since we got the time, we are going to take and have a little bit of breakfast this morning. Oh, thank you, Mr. Brandt. I do appreciate that. Unfortunately, I used to do that, but lately I've been forgetting to post it to Facebook, Twitter. I put it on. What was it? Here's another one I posted to. But I've just been forgetting to do that. But we got some bacon already cooked up. Let me turn the light on here, maybe. Oh, that's a little dark. I don't know why it's so dark, but we got some bacon going. There you go. We're going to do 3 pancakes about this size. I got, this is the pan I did the bacon in this morning. I'm going to put a nice fried egg on top so that yolk runs everywhere. That's not for everybody. Some people find that disgusting. Hey, I love it. And of course, we're going to, we got a nice big chunk of this Carrie's Gold grass-fed Irish butter. So between every layer of pancake, we're going to do 3 pancakes. So bottom pancake underneath, between the first and second and third, and a good chunk on top. We're going to soak this in butter. Then we're going to put a fried egg on top of that with a little bit of black pepper. And we're going to put some Mrs. Butterworth on top of all that. We're going to put Mrs. Butterworth in the refrigerator. I mean, not in the refrigerator, in the microwave. We're going to heat that up real quick. So I might as well go ahead and do that right now, or at least get it prepared. So this is a brand new bottle. Now, fellas, I've learned very few things in life about women. One, well, I'm happy to have you in Life Adventure. The 2 things I've learned about women. Women love a man who can cook, clean, doesn't mind doing the laundry, do them house chores, and do for her. That's number 1. The second thing is, every single morning, look in my eyes, every single morning, lean over, give your woman a kiss. And that's what I'm doing. I love her. She loves me. Like I said, I'm not a smart man, but I've learned a few things. And the greatest woman in my life right now is Mrs. Butterworth. So I'm going to treat this baby right. Put that right there for the moment. I know those aren't exactly words of wisdom, but hey, they seem to be working in my life. Mrs. Butterworth has never left me for another man. I know there's a billion of her that other men have, but that Mrs. Butterworth is mine. I'm not sharing her with anybody. And unfortunately, it takes a little bit longer with this particular hot plate. It doesn't have really good temperature controls, so it takes a little bit longer to do some things sometimes. Well, I didn't bring out my eggs, did I? No, I didn't. Ah, here they are. Like I said, we got a nice little 6-pack, which I would prefer to buy a dozen, but I just don't have the room in the refrigerator. I mean, a lot of college dorms have larger refrigerators than what a truck driver has. Unless you have a custom sleeper. So, you really got to play Tetris to get everything in there. Freezer's full. All that's full. I still have a little of the beef curry I made the other night. I got some hamburger here. I got some lamb chops. I got beef. I just couldn't pick up any chicken from the Albertsons a while ago. So one nice egg. We're going to fry that up in the bacon fat and maybe a little bit of additional butter. Put a little bit of black pepper up onto the on the eggs, or on the egg, quote. And we will check this. Yeah, that's brown enough there. There we go. Now, I am not a big fan of pre-made stuff for the most part. But for pancakes, I'd rather use my grandmother's recipe. I think those are the best pancakes in the universe. Second favorite is the Bisquick. It's been around for 100 years or so. For the little pre-made containers on a truck, this is will do good. Yes, I have heard of that. Keto, Life Adventure. I have heard of that. I've never tried it myself. One, when I was in an apartment in a house, I just ate eggs too much. I ate them too fast. I would eat eggs every day. So, that never really became a need. But in the truck, yes, I've had a dozen eggs in here with very little food. So I just buy eggs, for like the weekend or when I know I'm going to be slow. Right, just checking the ELD there to see if I have a load come through yet. No load. So there we go. So we're still sitting in Medford, Oregon. We got here. I left out of Dunnigan, California, Saturday morning. I talked to my manager on Friday. He said no load on Friday. I said, okay, would you like me to move south down towards LA? Because, just a bigger population. You got the Port of LA there. You got a lot of other industry going on around the area. He said, no, let's go north up to, southern, into Oregon. So I said, okay, well, so we agreed on Medford, Oregon, to being a place to stop. There's two. We're going to make one more here. Now, I don't try to get all of it. I mean, that's pretty good. Now it says on the container here, I can get 6 pancakes, but a little rinky-dink pancakes. That's not a man-sized pancake. I mean, I want a pancake. I want something that, you know, when I slap that butter on, you know, the butter doesn't go off the sides, you know. So I got 2 more of these sitting in my little pantry here, my little kitchen cabinet. So we're going to get this one cooked up, slide that underneath these 2 here. You know, like I said, this is what I typically, when I'm using a product like this in the truck, you know, I do the first one small, the second one a little bit larger, and then, you know, because I have to do them one at a time, I slide the larger one underneath the smaller one. As we all know, heat rises. So that's going to keep this one warm because this one's going to insulate. Then this one's going to keep this one hot. You know, helps, you know, it's just a tiny thing about quality and you know, and thinking about the processes of cooking in a truck when you can only do 1 pancake at a time, you know. Now, what I'm going to get is a little metal mixing bowl that's a little about the same size as the plate here, and I'm going to put an eye hook on it. You know, poke a hole, put a nut on it, tighten it down, have an eye on it, so I can put that on top of the plate. So when I'm doing processes like this, I can keep the food that's here on the plate hot. You know, which is, you know, sometimes the biggest thing to making a meal in a truck worth eating. You know, if you're doing things one at a time, some things will get cold, some things will get soggy, some things will, you know, it's just not as quality as you get it when it all comes on the plate at the same time. Because believe me, I've seen that in restaurants. Hey, Mr. TJ Jones. How you doing, sir? Hopefully you're feeling okay like everybody else. Hopefully you're not feeling like the squirrel of the woods. You feel like the bull. But we're going to get, like I said, you know, because I don't have 3 and 4 burners on a stove. I don't have, you know, a nice big kitchen countertop to work on. You know, there's a lot of things I have to change just to get, you know, a meal done. You know, it takes so much longer. You know, I'm used to this pancake meal this morning taking maybe 10 minutes. But now it's going to take like almost 20 because it just takes time to do things. You know, like I said, before the camera came on, I cooked the bacon. You know, just maybe I did that backwards. Maybe I should have done the pancakes off camera and done the really satisfying stuff like the bacon on camera. Like I said, we got some syrup right here. We're going to put that into the microwave, get that hot. Because that's one thing that drives me crazy. Hot pancakes. Then you pour cold syrup on top of it. That drives me crazy. You know, I'm not normally OCD or, you know, particularly, I don't know what, anal about things, but that's one of the things that, you know, it's like, that's a crime against the pancake. Pouring cold syrup on it. All right, turn that one over. We got our knife. We got our fork. We're going to get some things moved around here because I just don't have the space. I don't have the counters. Put that up there. So we always got to rearrange things a little bit here. I got to pull my microwave to the front because the cord isn't long enough. And I got just a short little power strip. The way this truck is set, the way the shelf here is set, It's just barely long enough when I put this power strip on and plug it into the very top of the power of the inverter. So it's that compromise, And every other electrical cord out there is either 6 feet, 20 feet. It's like I just need 3 feet. I need a 3-foot extension cord. That's all I need in one. But you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the best part. If you leave now, I'm warning you, I'm not gonna go back and do it again. Well, let's put it this way, TJ Jones. Feeling good for an old bull? That's doing pretty good. You know where you stand. You know how much of a badass you are. You're not worried about any of these little punks coming up because you know you can take them. And that's always a good feeling. All right. Woo. That pancake is done. Get that off of there. We're going to switch these pans around here. There we go. And I just got so I put my baking pan back on to cook the egg. I got this towel here. It's kind of a trivet because the table, I'm not too sure about how the fabric holds the heat. The aluminum bars that are in there, that's not a problem. The amount of heat that I generate ain't going to do anything to them. But it's the fabric. I think it's a polyurethane or polyester or something like that. So that, I'm going to wait on. I'm not going to put anything directly onto that. All right, plug in the microwave. There we go. Open that up. Just going to pop, not even a quarter cup, I would think, of syrup. You're going to pop that in for 30 seconds. And as soon as the syrup's done, we'll get that out. We're not going to put it on the pancakes immediately because we want it to be good, not soft. But we are going to go ahead and get our butter on here. And yes, this may seem like a lot of butter. But what the hell? I love butter. One underneath the very bottom. Stack of butter. It may seem like overkill to most people, but I live as keto as I can for the most part. So I am not afraid of the fat in any small measure. The bacon fat, I will eat. The egg yolk, I will eat. The butter, I will eat. The fattest part of a pork chop, I will go out of my way and ask. If I go to a restaurant and ask for a pork chop, I say, please, if they have not already been trimmed, give me as much fat as you can. Right? Yes, bacon is awesome. That's why I got this cookbook, butter and bacon and butter. What is a chaffle? What is a chaffle? I've heard people say it, but I don't know what that is. All right, nice and warm. There we go. Unplug that. Hot plate plugged back in. Crank that all the way to the top. We got plenty of liquid bacon fat in there. So we're not going to need any more butter. Egg and cheese waffle. Mr. Ross Romes, thank you coming in from the good old UK. I do appreciate it. How has London been for you today? I will go check that out. I have not seen that. I've heard people talk about it. I thought it was like a cauliflower waffle or something, you know. But I will go check that out. And you can see, I don't know if you see on the plate, lots of melted butter in there already. Got our two best friends for the morning. Ready to roll. Put this out the way. There we go. Getting that out. Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody, please, if you are a content creator, you're doing people a service. You know, maybe not intentionally as a service, but you are providing people with entertainment and also knowledge. So, you know, take these other channels and help and give these people a little bit of help. Hopefully they're giving you the help as well. Egg. Okay. Well, I got to probably pick me up a waffle maker then. All right. So we got our pan here. Like I said, we got plenty of bacon fat. Make sure that's in the center. The truck isn't exactly level, so it's not sitting so that the fat will stay perfectly in the middle of the pan. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Just gonna stick that egg right in there because I can't find my trash bags. All right, so spread that whites out a little bit. Leave the yolk alone. Let that solidify. And a nice grind of black pepper, which is what I like. Woo! That bacon fat is running good. Now that yolk is, we're just trying to warm the yolk a little bit. We don't want to cook the yolk. Which, you know, I don't mind a scrambled egg once in a while. And that's a good old sunny side up egg right there, my friends. All right. So we are going to, I gotta get myself situated here. Now, normally I don't worry about killing myself. Sorry about that. Nope. Got a big old. I got one of these falling on my toe. All right. So normally I don't use a table like this. You know, just hold it in my hand. I have enough thing, but because I got so much runny stuff here. So we got our pancakes. Pour some nice warm syrup on there. Mixes with the butter. Let's scrape some of that out of there. May clean up a little bit easier. And no, I cannot get my tongue to the bottom of this to lick it all out. I have tried. But we're going to try to keep the syrup off the side there. So now we are almost at perfection here. Gonna get our nice fried egg, fried in bacon. Woo, right on top. Try to get these handles out of the way so I don't accidentally kick them or anything. Little side of bacon. Let's see, what's the best side? There we go. Oh, yeah. Now, this is the part that some people, and I apologize in advance if you're one of these people, some people find absolutely disgusting. Oh my God, Lotus Vibes. How are you doing, sir? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Lotus Vibes is one of my oldest subscribers. It was more than a year ago. I think it's almost 2 years ago now that Lotus Vibes, I met this gentleman on a construction site. I forgot, we were in Tennessee or Kentucky. I can't remember exactly where I was. He might remember. Was delivering some air conditioning units to a brand new hospital or a medical center or something like that. And, you know, I was doing some filming at the time. I do not know what episode it is. It's going to be like less than 50. But met this gentleman there, and he's been with the channel ever since. And I do appreciate it, sir. We're now up to almost 760 subscribers now, which is pretty awesome. I'm only 1/4 or 25% away for the subscribers and for the view hours to get the all desired monetization. But Mr. Lotus Vibes, you know, I do remember you very clearly, sir. And I do appreciate it. I mean, thank you for coming in. Yeah, some good old pancakes. Man, when you've been craving pancakes for almost 2 months and you get to have some, man alive, that hits the spot. All right, now, as I warned, so you've been given the warning, we got the yolk here. We're going to get one more bite here before we get to that yolk. All that freaking butter just has that magical taste. All right, here we go. Yolk. Oh, yeah. A bit of the egg. A bit of the yolk. Pancake, butter, syrup. I guess you can say I'm a happy guy right now. Whew, man, that's good. Not as good as what my grandmother could do with her pancake recipe, but pretty damn good. I mean, pretty damn good. I said, this will fill me up well into tonight. Nice piece. Now, I do have I don't want to say a feud with Kevin Hart Vlogs. Mr. Ross knows him. I think a couple of people here know Kevin Hart Vlogs. We have a running feud, a friendly jest. He does not like his bacon this soft. He likes it crispy. He likes it, you know, he likes it stiff like this, you know, rigid, crispy. I like my bacon to still have a remnant of once being alive. You still taste it. You still taste the vitality when, in my book, you properly cook bacon. If you turn it into shoe leather, what was the point of doing all that work to raise the animal, to properly cure the bacon, you kind of bereft it of its soul. Oh man. You know, would you do that would you cook a pancake so it was that hard? No. I mean, oh, I got another towel right here. Well, see, and that was the thing, you know. I like a crunchy taco as well. There's a point, there's a place for a crunchy taco, but that's a crunchy taco, you know. But I do like a soft taco. I mean, a burrito. Okay, let's be more you know, more allegorical here. Not allegorical, but let's make it more of a simile here. When you have a burrito, you don't make the wrapper, the you know, the tortilla on the outside hard. It no longer is a burrito. You know, it becomes a chimichanga, I think. I don't know all these words, you know. I just eat them, and they all got the same ingredients, so I just eat it. So why would I do that to bacon? You know, bacon is like the holy grail of food. And you know, this may be just my opinion, but bacon is one of those things that you never see people fighting when they're eating bacon. There's never been a mass shooting or a fist fight breakout when people are sitting around, you know, eating bacon. You never see that. You never see fights or anger in a barbecue shop. That's the problem, in my opinion, with the Middle East. If they would just sit down and have some good baby back ribs and a side of bacon, all the problems in the Middle East will be gone. I don't mean to be stepping on any religious toes here, but you know, that's just an opinion. Well, life adventures in keto, I'm going to have to tell you I've been a bad boy. I don't like tea. I don't like coffee. I have never drinking it or drinking it. I've never drunk coffee. See, I can't even talk. Maybe I do need a cup of coffee. I don't like coffee. I don't like tea. You know, I don't like tea. I can't even talk. Maybe I do need a cup. You know, the only time I have ever had coffee, my grandfather, God bless him, was an amazing cook. He did, whenever he did like a pot roast or anything like that, you know, good hearty beef, he put a little bit of coffee into the gravy he made for it. And, you know, it was some of the most amazing gravy I ever had in my life. You know, you almost couldn't, you could do without the roast or the potatoes or anything else, but you were not going to skip on a cup of that gravy. Yeah, basically red-eye gravy. But you know, this guy, you know, born during the Depression in Manhattan, New York City, 1926. He, you know, he worked at a subsidiary for NASA. He worked on early radar. He worked with the National Weather Service. He's done some pretty amazing, very scientific and very technical, things, like I said, radar and space flight and things like that. But almost the opposite of something that is so technical, he could go to something so intuitive as cooking. I've seen him do, just improvise a meal and make it come out to be something so fantastic. And I always wish I'd learned that. I had that secret. I mean, I got a tiny bit of it. I wish I had more of what he had. Well, I know you are here for the shock value life adventures. Hey, I know I'm weird, 99.9% of all Americans love watermelon. I find it the most vile thing in the universe. Watermelon is the most disgusting, heinous. Ooh, yeah. I'll drink a gallon of coffee before I eat one little taste of watermelon. Yeah. You probably hate me for that too. But we got, like I said, because I had nothing better to do with my time, and I've been craving pancakes for 2 months. There you go. And I want to give a little bit of a promo here, not paid or endorsed or anything like that. This bacon here is from Walmart, the Great Value Walmart brand. Thick cut. I mean, the thickest cut I've seen. Almost about 1/8 of an inch. But really good bacon. I'm thoroughly surprised. Hickory smoked, but it's not overpowering. But I've been really happy with that bacon. Had it on burgers. I wrapped it around a couple of grilled, chicken thighs and put it on a sandwich. Last week, I made some potatoes and eggs. Had that on the side. Happy with it. Got a message here. Let me see. All right. So, like I say repeatedly, no matter what position you're in a house, you're in an apartment, you're in a travel trailer, you're in a truck, you're on a sailboat. It's not hard to cook. It's not hard to have a reasonable, healthy diet. And because I've heard too many truck drivers, I can't eat good. I can't have a good, healthy meal on the road. I'm sorry. That to me is an out blatant lie. You just don't want to take the time and the effort to do so. Okay, yes. Where's my cow here? Yes, it does take more effort. But the rewards for that are being healthier and enjoying the food more, and it costs a hell of a lot less. All right, so this container of Bisquick, I think it was $2. $2 for this. The amount of butter I used, was about 20 cents at the most, roughly. 2 strips of bacon, which out of the pack, I think is maybe 35 cents. Let's say 40. The pepper, an egg. You know, the meal costs less than $4. Where can you go to a restaurant and not order off the kids menu? Can you get a 3 pancakes, a fried egg, you know, bacon, and something to drink for $4? I mean, granted, I'm having Powerade, but I mean, even if you get all the free coffee you want or free refills on your drink, it still doesn't. Exactly. And Waffle House, Huddle House, and some other places, that's about the cheapest. You're not walking out of there without spending a minimum of $10. Unless they're having a special that day. Even then, you add in the tax, you add in a tip. You're walking out of there spending roughly $15. $15, I'm not trying to be, trying to be the penny pincher miser. I'm not Ebenezer Scrooge. I can do more in the truck myself with less. Let me get this out here real quick. All right. So I made, Sunday? I made beef curry. This is the 3rd serving in here. I still have 1/3 of the rice in here from that. And I have 3 meals for under $8. When you figure everything up, under $8, I had 3 meals. And it's not just about the money. The benefit of saving the money is it's just a benefit. The main reason is, one, it's what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. Keto? No, I don't. I never. I did, like I said last week. I did I did make the curry on the live stream. So just go back a little bit in the channel because all the live streams are saved. But let's see. I using this recipe a Japanese curry. It's a Japanese paste called S&B. Well, let me type that in here. Pardon me, miss. That way you can look at my ugly face straight on. All right. All right. So that's the name of the Japanese curry that I use, and it comes it looks like kind of like a chocolate bar, and you break off the individual bricks for how much you want. I love curry, and let me grab this out of here if I can find it. I also use a curry powder, basically an Indian style curry. This to me takes a lot longer, but it's just as good. Okay, put that back in there now. But the Japanese curry paste that I've been using, ever since I lived in Japan. I lived in Japan for 10 years. So naturally I got a taste for it. But you cook your meat, chicken, pork, shrimp, beef, rat, whatever you want to put in there. Your neighbor gets angry with you, and you take their guinea pig, you cook it up, That's between you and your neighbor. Then you cut the things to appropriate size that you like. You cook your vegetables, whatever you want to put in there: celery, onion, carrot, bok choy, green onion. Whatever kind of vegetable you want in your curry, stick it in. Then once everything is to a tenderness that you like, you just pour in some water. You let things bubble for a moment, get the water nice and hot. You break off as many of those little bricks of curry powder or curry paste. You throw it in, you let it melt. And then as it disperses, you stir it up, it disperses around, it'll thicken that sauce up. And you may want to add a little more water or just let it go as thick as you want. Now, I like it a little bit thin, just so it settles down, the sauce gets down into the rice. So when I have that last little bit of rice left, I have some curry sauce with it. Pardon me. Yeah. That was not fun. Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah. Life and the human body. Yay. All right, there we go. Yeah, that was... Ugh. You don't want to be seeing that. All right, so... Like I said, it's a really good curry paste. I mean, I had a small container of 5 little bricks. I should have picked up 3 packages or got the large container, of like 20. But, as much as I like it, I don't eat it all the time, Yes. All you do is you get it back in your pan. You just add a little bit more water. You stir it around. It's not perfect, but it will do pretty well. It will do pretty well. Now, when I make it, I make it so I have 2 or 3, servings. Because, this is about a 9-inch pan. Yes, it was almost full, but, it's like 1.5 inches deep. So this plus 3 big servings of rice, it does pretty good. Now, you could try, if you're going to do the keto thing, you could try do it on that riced up cauliflower. I actually have seen, I had a neighbor in Japan. She would actually do it on top of potato. She would make mashed potatoes, which, in Japan, that's unusual. But she got she visited America once, and she got a hankering for potatoes. So, she learned a recipe or developed a recipe of mashed potato that she liked. She would put curry on top of that. Which, believe me, I like mashed potatoes as much as the next American. Mr. Brandt, have a good one. Good luck. God bless you today. I do appreciate you coming in as always. I'll finish the rest of the bacon for you, sir. So my last couple of bites of a pancake here. So we got a good breakfast this morning. It's foggy outside here in Medford, Oregon. Until I hear from my dispatch manager, we're going to be just sitting and chilling. We've been here since Saturday at about 1 o'clock, I think I got here. Something like that. Sunday, I walked over to the Albertsons across the highway. I think this location is called Central Point. We're on the north side of Medford. Like I said, I walked across on Sunday over to the Albertsons, picked up a few things. You know, I got a special meal coming up next weekend. I got some lamb chops. So I'm going to do a rosemary. This is what I'm thinking about. A rosemary, olive oil, and sea salt lamb chop. I want to do like a julienne potato fried in the same way, fried in olive oil, with those seasonings on as well. A little bit of garlic, salt and whatnot. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the vegetable. Hadn't really thought too far ahead on that one. I might do my lima bean recipe. But we'll see. We'll see. So, last bite of a pancake. 2 more strips of bacon. Then we can put our head down the pillow and take a nice little carbohydrate nap. But, overall a good morning. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. I got my fill of pancakes. I probably won't have pancakes for another 2 months. But when I do, super simple in the truck. I don't have to have all the ingredients. They've already put them together. And not the greatest pancake mix in the world to me, but pretty dang good and simple. So there you go. Ooh, I just had a secondary thought. Even though these lamb chops are not so thick, I might stuff them with a little bit of bacon and a little bit of spinach. I might do that. I think I might do that. But there's no reason why we can't be gourmet in the truck. Now, if I had an extended sleeper with a counter, I'd go wild. I'd be making ice cream. I'd be making my own butter. I'd be baking my own bread. If I could put right on this back wall right here, if I could put a metal box on the back and cut a hole right here, if I could cut a hole right in that back wall, I would put in a wood-fired pizza oven. If I could get away with that, I would. Because I would make my own pizza dough. I'd make my own mozzarella. I know how to do that stuff. I would do that. Yeah. All right. So, I'm not going to have that beef curry for dinner tonight. I've had it 2 nights in a row. It's in a vacuum container, so it's going to keep the extra day. But I got some good Jewish rye bread, like I said, from the Albertsons here. I've already had a cheese sandwich yesterday, but I'm going to make me a pastrami sandwich for dinner tonight. I'm going to go in here to the Pilot. I'm going to give me a small bag of potato chips. I have the mustard. I have the onion. I have provolone cheese. I have a way to heat in the, I have pans so I can heat up the pastrami. I'm going to have me a good deli sandwich for dinner tonight. And I think I'll be satisfied with that. Now, unfortunately, this is the downside of cooking in the truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About a little over a dozen dishes that need to be cleaned. The two hardest things to be cleaned are the things with the syrup. So the plate, the cup, the plate, knife and fork. Those are going to be the hardest things to clean up. just because the syrup gets cold, it gets more sticky. So I may just pop them in the microwave real quick. Use my handy dandy disinfecting wipes to clean everything off. And then we just get them put back in there. Like I said, all utensils in my bin here. Get those back into the cabinet like this one. And we go from there. But other than that, a very good day so far. Besides being foggy and cloudy and cold. It's almost like the Annie song, right? Tomorrow. You know, so let's see. We're going to take a look at the Weather Bug app. As soon as it comes up here. Central Point, Oregon. (32 degrees right now. A high of 54. Mostly sunny with a north wind of about 4 miles an hour. So hopefully this fog will burn off here in the next couple hours. It's 9:34 a.m. Well, life adventures and keto, that's your problem. Do not put a hat on your lamb chops. If you got to put clothes on lamb chop, put some gloves on. Don't put a hat on your lamb chops. It doesn't work. You can't see them anymore. Plus, it makes your head all greasy. You know, put some gloves on instead. You know. So like I said, we're going to finish up our last little bite here. We're going to clean up. Unfortunately, the cell phone towers around here are not allowing me to upload a video. I've tried 11 times Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to upload the last vlog. So, you know, it just keeps failing. It just keeps dropping the signal. Why, I don't know. It's not my internet. You know, my internet connection here, you know, runs off the 4G LTE towers. Normally, I can upload a video on the iPad. I can be watching a movie, watching a video, watching a TV show, watching YouTube. And at the same exact time, I could be doing instant messaging on my phone, sending pictures, sending text, whatever. I can do all this at the same time with this connection. But for some reason, Medford, Oregon does not like it when you try to upload a video. That's the only part that it's not letting me do. Oh, I'll go 15, 20 minutes, then all of a sudden it'll come up and say it failed. Oh, well, I'm behind already, so whatever. The other big thing with the vlog, I have 8 hard drives that I've totally filled. I need to go buy another hard drive to put my raw footage on. Other than that, we're good to go. We're just going to sit here and wait till we get a load, clean up the dishes in the meantime. I got some laundry I still need to fold and put away. I've made the bed this morning. I got to vacuum the floor, sweep out the front, dust everything, and sit around and stare at the wall. But until then, like I said, next week, I think I'm going to do the lamb chops for dinner. We'll see exactly which way I go. So I thank you all. Life Adventures in Keto, Charles Brandt. Yeah, Trucker's Life even made a comment. Cool. That guy, I love that guy. Let's see here. Mr. Ross Roams, all the way from London, England. Thank you very much. Let's see who else came in. Lotus Vibes, one of my earliest subscribers. Thank you. TJ of the Woods. Bull of the Woods. Got to make sure I get that right. Always a pleasure. Matthew Johnson, always, for some reason, always there in the background. I do appreciate that. So thank you all very much for coming in. And just please have a good, safe day with God's grace, mercy, and blessings to all of you. Hopefully you get all those in abundance. I know I need them all the time. So thank you very much. God bless and have a good morning.